Now, once you finish your mouth blend shapes, you need to be sure that they work together nicely. For example, if I move the out blend shape and the up blend shape, you need to have a good transition. You cannot have some vertex crashing or something. Also with the out and down, for example, I see it can be improved probably. I don't like all this volume when I'm going down and out. There's a lot of volume here, something I will need to fix. On this one I like it. I will probably add more volume here on this combination. So you can add it even on this one, on this one. So for example, for this blend shape, I would want more volume here. I will add that volume on the up on this one. Or maybe in this one, I will add a little bit more volume here. So I will go to my out blend shape and I will move this vertex a little bit. And now when I use a combination of both, I will have that volume added. So you need to be sure that they all are working nice together. I like the mouth up and out. I will take a look to the out and down. I think there's a lot of volume here. So what I actually would need to do is to fix this one, but I don't like to fix this one because I like this shape alone or with the up. So I will actually need to do what is called a combo shape. What I will do that later on another lesson. It's gonna be a blend shape that activates on the combination of these two. And then there we're gonna fix a little bit this volume. But we need to do the best we can before adding a combo blend shape. So that's what I'm checking right now. So we will do those combo shapes later, and now we are going to do the nose and cheek blend shapes. So I am going to start with my nose blend shapes. I am going to click my blend shape node and add 4 more targets. 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to rename them as the same as my mouth. So I just rename them out, up, down, and in, and these are going to be very easy blend shapes, so we are actually going to do them very fast. I'm going to start with my nose out. I am going to move these vertices with the direction of the mouth. Then I'm going to smooth this area of the nose. I'm liking this movement. Maybe it's too much from here. I don't want to move the center of the nostril, so I will use my erase target tool. Probably this is too much. I'm gonna use the smooth one. Something like that. Yeah, this is a lot better. I'll probably smooth all this area too. And just select this one, and I'm going to create a little, I'm going to move these vertices a little bit forward, just to create some creases there or something. Now I'm going to create my up blend shape for the nose. I'm going to click edit here. And I'm going to move these vertices up. And then smooth all the area around a little bit. Probably smooth these ones too. I don't want to move my center loop here, so I will erase that movement with my erase target tool. I'm going to smooth all this area. I want to be sure that I am creating some tension on the upper zone of my nose, so I will exaggerate this a little bit more. Move these ones a little bit forward. And you can feel there's a little bit of tension here when you move your nose up. Actually, like these ones to have some movement too. Or just a little bit, so you can feel more tension. And you need to be sure that the out and up, they work nice together. And I like the result. Now let's do the down nose blend shape. I will click edit. And remember that it's very important to click edit every time you're going to make changes, because a lot of times it's very common that you forget to click edit and you start sculpting and then you realize that you're not on edit mode. So I recommend you to have some backups and to save your file constantly. So I will now do the nose down blend shape. If you don't see any changes, it's because I don't have the blend shape on. So I will just activate it and I will keep sculpting this. We go a little bit forward too. And I am going to remove all this movement with my erase tool. And I will just smooth now. I will smooth all the area around. So I think this is good enough. I will go with my next blend shape, that is nose in. I will click edit, I will activate my blend shape, and I will just move all these vertices in the same direction that I moved them out. If you remember, I moved them on this direction with them out, so I will use the same direction to move them. I will do this blend shape a little bit different. I will move actually all the nose a little bit more, so it feels like the nose is compressing. Don't want to move this nostril area, so I will just erase those movements. Then I will smooth as always. So this is kind of the deformation I want for this shape. We'll move this one a little bit more. And we got it. I will just smooth all the area around the nose. So this is my out, my up, down, and in. Now I will create two blend shapes for the cheeks. We'll add two more targets, 1 and 2. And I'm going to rename them cheek out and cheek in. Now I'm going to click on edit on the cheek out shape, and then I'm going to create a shape as if our character is blowing. So I will select all the vertices for the cheeks. I will do a grow selection, and what I do for this one is I will move the pivot inside the mouth, somewhere there, and I'm going to do a scale. Something like that is what I want, but of course I don't want that exactly shape. I'm going to modify it later. Something like that, and then I will start smoothing my shape. Let's see how this is behaving. I'm gonna do a smooth preview to see how this is working. And then I'm going to remove all these vertices movement. and I will smooth everything. I also don't want to affect this part of the mouth, so I will use the same tool. Because I don't want to have any movement here. So we'll remove that movement too. And then I will smooth. And this is going to be my left cheek shape. And this is going to be my left cheek out shape. Now let's do the left cheek in. That is going to be like a sock shape. So I will need to move also the inside the mesh on this one, because if not, it's going to crash very fast. Do something like that. I will not care about the teeth because you can fix that later, like scaling these controls or moving them. So I will not care about that right now. This is going to be, I forgot, for example, here to click edit. So I will go back, Control Z, and I will click edit. And then I will do that shape. And let's see how this is working. Okay, it's working nice. I just don't want to move this area of the mouth, so I will use my erase tool. And I will smooth. Let's see with the smooth preview view. I think it's working nice. I will put this. And yes, I like this shape. Then you can do a combination of this one and maybe left mouth in too. You can have a better shape. And these are going to be my cheek shapes. And now to finish this video, I am just going to create 2 extra blend shapes for the lips. They are going to be for the up lip and the lower lip. So I will just call them like that. And I'm going to start editing my first one. This is just going to be an up movement for the lips, for angry expressions, for example. But I don't want to move all the lower lip. I just want to move the upper lip. So I will fix that later. Something like that. Something like that. And then I will remove all the influence from here. So I will just use my erase target tool. Then I'm going to remove all the movement from this area. I will isolate this mesh so I cannot see the teeth. So I don't want to move the corner loop, that is this one. So this is the other one I'm going to take down. So let's see how this is working. Okay, it's working nicely. Now I'm going to smooth this loop. So I don't want to move the corner loop of my mouth. That's the idea. Everything else is fine. Now I'm going to do the same for the lower lip. I will click edit, and let me check which vertex did I take. So it's this one. I want it to be the same vertex, so it's this one. I will do a grow selection and remove the other loops. I actually have the same soft selection, so I will use the same one. And I will do the same. I will remove the movement from the upper lip now with my erase tool. So just like that, let's check. And yes, this is what we want. And we want to smooth all the other loops as we did with the upper lip. And also this area. And this is what we have. If I go to -1 here, if I go here, I actually want to match this exactly. That would be super nice if I can match a -1 and 1 here. So I need to give a little more strength to my up lip so this can be possible. So I will just go to my up lip, edit, and I will give it a little more strength here. I will actually do this at 1, this at -1, and I can even sculpt here and see when it's going to match. I will move it up. I'm actually moving it up, but because this is -1, I'm looking the inverse result. This is actually what I want. This is perfect. I will do the opposite, 1 and -1, and I see the same result. So that's what I want, just so I feel that this is a lot more organic. You will see with the UI, it will make a lot more sense, but this is what I'm looking for on these shapes.